Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Paramavistam Meyana Bhoti Swam Rupa Katamaya Bhati Samatikum Namo Vishnu Krishna 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 Matu Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Charini Krishesha Shannavadi Doshatharini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna. So, so today's topic is philosophy without character is useless. Religion without philosophy is sentimentalism. Philosophy without religion is mental speculation. So Prabhupada said this. So what is religion? Religion means a set of practices in our behavior, in our conduct, in our talk, internally as well as externally. It should not be only internally or it should not be only externally. It should be both. So quite often what happens is our external is different and internal is different. In sadhaka stage as well as in uttama stage, there is difference between internal and external. In uttama stage, though he is Paramahamsa, he sees everybody as Vaishnava and he thinks himself as non-Vaishnava. But still for preaching sake, such an uttamadhikari comes back to Madhyama stage and he preaches. And he preaches, gives Krishna consciousness according to the 4 levels of people. Affection for Lord, friendship with devotees, giving Krishna consciousness to innocent, and keeping distance from envious people. So in sadhaka stage also what happens is the external nature will be different and internal nature will be different. I know that I am not humble, but I'm supposed to be talking in a humble way. So our progress in sadhana should lead to bridging the gap between the two, the internal and the external. So what external we are having, what Prabhupada is given to all of us, we should try to mold even our internal selves towards the same external practices. If I'm addressing other as Prabhu, internally also I should be dealing with them as Prabhu. If I'm saying that my name is so and so Das, then it is important for me to behave and conduct myself also in the mood of Das. So for example, if I'm giving class, I should be thinking that this is my service to all of you. You are doing a great favor for me by giving me an opportunity to serve you in some way. So if I'm giving some correction, then I should think that it is my service to that Vaishnava for his spiritual life. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said 2 things. Never feel envious of anyone and always chant Hare Krishna. What 2 things Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told? Never feel envious of anyone and always chant Hare Krishna. By this surely we will go back to God. These 2 things. So the barometer for my success should be when I am. We will not discuss much here about philosophy because philosophy we are well familiar of. We read Prabhupada books, we hear so many lectures, and in few years of Krishna consciousness, we practically get familiar with all the basic fundamentals of Krishna consciousness philosophy. But what lacks is character. Character has primarily to deal with 6 anarthas, and the root of 6 anarthas is envy. NV. NV means no vacancy. No vacancy where? In spiritual world. So to the degree my heart is filled with envy, to that degree there won't be any vacancy for me in spiritual world. Though my spiritual position is fixed, I won't be allowed there. So how much do I derive joy in others getting mercy, in others getting success in Krishna consciousness, in others flourishing in Krishna consciousness? So to the degree I derive joy, to that degree I understand that I'm making advancement. But to the degree I'm not feeling happy when others are getting success in their Krishna consciousness, to that degree there is something seriously wrong in my practice. समझ गया? हिंदी बोलते हैं इंग्लिश बोलते हैं जनरली स्पीकर्स इंग्लिश so we should see I should see myself that how much am I deriving joy, and that devotee who derives joy in others success, in others getting mercy, he becomes more dear to Krishna than even the devotee who is getting mercy. When you appreciate somebody for something what he has done, then your appreciation in eyes of Krishna becomes greater than even the achievement done by the achieved by the other devotee. Make sense? So how to become dear to Krishna? Not by doing something great, but by appreciating those who are doing great. We don't have to do great. We have to appreciate those who are doing great. Help those who are doing great. Derive joy in the happiness of those who are great. Because in this material world, if somebody is not having external qualification, he becomes disqualified. For example, a person who is ugly, he cannot become qualified to become Mr. India or Mr. Universe. A person who is not having a good physique, he becomes unqualified to join Indian Army. A person who is not having good intellect, he becomes unqualified to become a medical doctor. But in the path of devotional service, the only qualification which is required is what? Bhakti in our heart, appreciation for everyone, gratitude towards Krishna and devotees. So there is a shloka which comes in Padyavali. It says that what was the behavior and the conduct of Vyad? Vyad was a hunter. Brigari was a hunter. What was the age of Dhruva? 5 years. What was the Vidya of Gajendra? He was an animal. What was the wealth of Sudama? He was a poor man. Poor man. What was the caste of Vidura? A lowborn. And what was the power of Ugrasen? He was a weak king. So what was their qualification? Their qualification was character based on devotion. Character based on what was the beauty of Kubja? What was the knowledge of gopis? And gopis, who are the topmost devotees of Krishna, they are glorifying whom? Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Granandye Bhurida Jana. Bhurida means preacher of Krishna consciousness, devotee, preacher who is giving Krishna consciousness to others. So we should try to develop the quality of devotion, because to the degree our heart is filled with devotion, to that degree our preaching will have force, potency, and then we become great devotees actually, though we don't desire to become great devotees. So understanding these examples which this shloka is telling, it's very important to understand that I should not run after the externals of Krishna consciousness. External of Krishna consciousness means I want to become a very good singer, I want to become big manager in Krishna consciousness, or I want to become a very powerful, strong, famous preacher. There's nothing wrong in it. But what becomes wrong is our attitude and the intention behind becoming it. Why do I want to become? Is it for pleasure of Guru or is it for my increasing my likes in YouTube? Is it for pleasure of my Guru and Krishna or is it to attract opposite sex? If not gross sex, is it to get subtle sex? Puja, la, pratishtha. So this forms our character. So homework for a sadhaka is to work out on character more than external achievements in Krishna consciousness. Because as the years grow, automatically we will externally we start looking grown. Externally we start looking grown. But I should see that how much my mouth is filled with blasphemy and criticism of Vaishnavas. So though I am wearing saffron, but if my mouth is filled with blasphemy and criticism of Vaishnavas and management and different things going on all over the ISKCON, that's like I'm drinking poison with this mouth. So I'm actually lower than a neophyte. So it's an integral part of the character of a Vaishnava that he does not, huh? He does not blaspheme devotee, he does not criticize devotee, he does not find faults with devotees. He appreciates everyone, he sees good in everyone, and he sees all faults in himself. That I have so much homework to pending in my own life. Why should I bother about the others' homework, Prabhu? Already enough things are there to work out in my own heart. Why am I foolishly looking in the life of others and increasing my own homework? If your homework is not done, should you bother about others' homework? You complete yourself. But at the time of death, our homework will be checked, not others. Prabhupada says that everybody has to fly their own plane of life. Each one of us will have our own individual death. And philosophy will not work. What will work? Character based on devotion will help. Character has to be based on devotion. Otherwise, it does not last for a long time. यस्यास्ति भक्तिर भगवती अकिंचना सर्वैर गुणस्य समासते स्मरः हराव भक्तस्य कुतो महात्मना मनोरथेन धावतो सबैः. So sometimes you find that external people may be talking nicely, behaving nicely, gentle, kind, thankful, and our mind may tell, oh, these devotees are better than my inmates in yoga or in voice. How many of you feel like that? Sometimes external outside people are more gentle and more kind and more sweet than devotees. Be honest. How many of you feel like that? You know, you enter in a hotel, in a five-star hotel, and the person greets you with such a nice smile. You tell, my lord, till now not even a single devotee smiled at me like this. Oh, this air hostess has greeted me so nicely that I have never received this kind of thing in the whole Krishna consciousness. So this shloka of Bhagavatam is telling that these so-called qualities of the people who are bereft of devotional service to the Lord, it's temporary and flickering. It won't last for a long time. It's like a tree which is not having connection with the root of it. It won't be green for a long time. It will surely fall. See, with all the so-called qualities of character and morality and respect and kindness, if it's not depending on devotional service to Lord, it will fall apart sooner or later. Just like Kamsa. Kamsa was at one point of time, he was so much loving to his sister Devaki. He said that I will drive the chariot of my sister. I will take her. I will personally drive. I am so happy. I love my sister so much. I'll personally drop her. So Kamsa looks very kind and gentle person. Correct? But suddenly, the moment the Akashvani happened, that you fool, the eighth child of your sister will be the cause of your death, the whole character changed. Kamsa became totally an opposite person. He caught the hairs of Devaki and took out his sword to chop off her head. So these are the qualities of karmis, or the people who are bereft of devotional service. So more important than trying to develop external good qualities is to develop inner devotion to Lord. Understanding? If tree is connected to the root, soon soon the tree will start flourishing if it's being provided water and all. Same way, Guru and Prabhupada have given us Bhakti Lata Beej. We need to water it with patience. We need to water with patience. What is the watering process? Shravan and Kirtan. To the degree we are doing Shravan and Kirtan very nicely, properly, and watering the Bhakti Lata Beej, and also you have to protect that Bhakti Lata creeper from some animals. Some animals may come, goat may come, elephant may come, somebody may trample. So you have to put a fencing around it. What is the fencing? The fencing is protecting ourselves from Vaishnav Ninda, protecting ourselves from criticizing and finding faults and nonsense gossip, gossiping about devotees in their background. Never talk about any devotee in background unless it's a pure glorification, or you can help him to grow in spiritual life. And you are talking with the concerned official who can do some changes in that devotee. Otherwise, never talk about any devotee in background unless it is glorification, or you have an authority or a role to improve his spiritual life, or you are talking to a concerned person to help that devotee in his life. We have nothing to talk about any devotee in background. Major obstacles will solve. Otherwise, the Bhakti Lata creeper is destroyed or is eaten by a goat or trampled by an elephant. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says Vaishnava Aparadh to be Hati Mata Aparadh, a mad elephant offense, the greatest elephant offense, the greatest offense, the first offense to Nam, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy names of the Lord. Understanding? So this is a part of character. Then only Bhakti Lata will grow. And then once it grows, then it won't get affected by the goat and small tribulations. So with patience we should water the Bhakti Lata beach. Then automatically a good character will come out. See, Mrigari humbly, gently, mildly followed the instruction of Narad Muni, and for what he was and what he became. Lakshahira was a prostitute. What she was and what she became. Because they took taking the shelter of spiritual master and guru, they followed the path of devotional service. How you see how the character got transformed? Valmiki was a hunter. The power of bhakti is um, so magnanimous and so deep that it can transform the heart of anyone and everyone. There is a shloka in Bhagavatam, Kiratahuna Nrupalinda Pulkasha Abhirashumbhaya Vinaka Sadhya Yenne Chapayadapa Shrita Shrita Shuddhyanti Tasmai Prabhu Vishnave Namaha. The shloka tells that all kinds of people can get lifted by the process of devotional service. What is the character of Jagai Madhai? Did they have any character? But what became the qualification? They took shelter of God Nitai. Can you tell me some more characters who got transformed? Huh? Bila Mangal Thakur. Who else? Tulsidas. Okay. Who else? Haridas Thakur, prostitute. Yes. Who else? Hmm? Jagai Madhai we told. Chand Kazi. hippies in America. We all, few years before, we never thought that we will be wearing dhoti kurta like this and discussing like this. It's the power of devotional service. So don't underestimate the power of devotional service. The very fact today we are able to talk about character and devotion is the power of devotional service. So this is a, sometimes we tell, oh, I am doubt Prabhu whether my chanting is working or not. Don't zoom it. Zoom out and see the graph. See the graph of your life from last 10 years. What has happened? Or since the time you have started chanting, what has happened? But still, if you are not able to see some tangible change, wait for some more time. Your life and then see. You'll be able to see tangibly difference. See, the graph goes like this, small, 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 small. Not fluctuating always. But if you see the whole picture, you'll always find that it's going up. The graph of devotional service never goes down. That's what Krishna says. Swalpam api asya dharmasya rayate mahato bhayat. That little bit also done goes into our permanent account. But why there is a need to protect from Vaishnava Ninda, which destroys our character because it affects directly the Bhakti Lata creeper. But then this shloka tells Prabhu that nothing gets destroyed. Then how to understand this? It's something like you have lot of money in your account, crores of rupees you have got, but you lost all your bank details. How much Lakshmi you have? Crores you have, but you have no bank detail left with you. The whole passbook, ATM, everything got lost. Your I card, everything got lost. Now you don't have any identification that you are an Indian also. Then do you have that Lakshmi? You have actually, but you don't have. The same way, the account of our bhakti similarly is taken away from the sadhaka when he blasphemes or criticizes devotee. Then it gets like lost. Though it's not lost, but actually it's lost. Very difficult to recover. And sometimes it may take millions of lives, depending on the what kind of grievous offenses we have done. And then from there, all character and everything goes away. You see, Ramchandra Puri criticized whom? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And later, no, first he criticized his own spiritual master, Madhavendra Puri. And later he criticized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The first two offense to devotee and then offense to Lord also. So when we do offenses, then what happens is, what is more dangerous? Pap, sin or offense? Both are detrimental, but still the greater detrimental is offense. पाप करेंगे तो it's like your journey becomes steeper and steeper and steeper. Speed will reduce, but journey will not stop. But when you do offense, what happens? Your journey stops. So sinful activities like you're driving in rain and it's heavily raining, you are using wiper. Can you drive fast? तेज चला सकते हैं गाड़ी? नहीं चलाएंगे क्योंकि बारिश बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, स्पीड कम हो जाएगा. लेकिन किसी को ठोक दिया तो then police takes you one side, then journey only stops. So aparad is like hitting somebody, and breaking regulatory principle is like heavy rain in journey. Your speed reduces, but still you continue slowly. और वो रास्ता भी ऊंचा ऊंचा हो जाता है जितना हम पाप करते थे. लेकिन अपराध किया तो journey only stops. Then police takes you one side. Then no slow progress also. That's why sometimes you'll find, oh प्रभु वो डिवोटी एक टाइम पे इतने अच्छे से जपा करते थे, हाँ इतना अच्छे थे, अभी तो कर्मी से भी नीचे चले गए. Now it does not chant even one round also. So why did it become like often? जब हम भक्तों का अपराध करते हैं तो भगवान हमारे दिल में पाप का बीज डाल देते हैं और हमें बाजू निकालते हैं. क्यों क्यों करते हैं भगवान ऐसा? तो समझ रहे हैं? When we do offense to devotees, then Krishna personally implants sinful desires heart and then puts the sadhaka aside. क्यों? So that he does not go to hell by committing Vaishnava aparadh. Further, at least next life he will come back. So let me put him aside now. Take him out of association. इसके पहले कि अपना रास्ता कहाँ के लिए बनाए? नरक के लिए. मैं इसको साइड में कर देता हूँ. तो भगवान की अनुकंपा होती है कि भगवान साधक के दिल में सिंफुल डिजायर्स डाल के उसको बाजू में कर देते हैं जब वो वैष्णव प्राप्त करता है. पाप भगवान टॉलरेट कर लेते हैं. क्या टॉलरेट नहीं होता है? ऑफेंस. वहां से कैरेक्टर सब डामाडोल हो जाओ क्योंकि भक्ति की लता के ऊपर अटैक हो गया. फिर कुछ कैरेक्टर बचेगा नहीं. अभी भी कैरेक्टर अच्छा नहीं प्रो. मैं तो जब्बा कर रहा हूँ फिर भी कैसे क्यों हो रहा है? तो इस लाइक वी शुड हैव पेशेंस ऑल्सो. जैसे मानिए पंखा अगर बंद किया अचानक तो अचानक नहीं बंद होगा. इफ यू स्विच ऑफ इट विल नॉट सडनली स्टॉप. इट विल टेक सम टाइम बट यू हैव पेशेंस. वेट. सेम वे वी में भी चैंटिंग 16 राउंड फॉलोइंग अंदर का चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. थोड़ा वेट कीजिए, पेशेंस कीजिए, धैर्य के साथ कीजिए. डिस्कनेक्ट कर दिया है, थोड़ा वेट कीजिए, अपने आप रुकेगा. स्पीड धीरे हो गया, आपको मालूम नहीं चलेगा. बट इफ यू वेट सम देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. हाँ से कभी कभी होता है ना, ये स्विच ऑफ द फैन एंड कौन सा स्विच ऑफ हुआ कौन सा नहीं. व्हेन ऑल फैंस आर रनिंग एंड यू स्विच ऑफ वन थिंग, इज इट इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हिच वन गॉट स्विच ऑफ? नो, यू नीड टू वेट, देन यू सी द डिफरेंस. यू नीड टू हैव पेशेंस. उत्साह, निश्चय, धैर्य, तीनों थिंग्स, तीनों चाहिए. इतना वेट नहीं करना है कि उत्साह कम हो गया है और इतना उत्साह नहीं होना कि धैर्य कम हो गया. ये दोनों में बैलेंस करना है. उत्साह भी होना चाहिए और धैर्य भी होना चाहिए. जपा में भी, मॉर्निंग प्रोग्राम में भी, हमारे अनर्थों के मामले में भी, माइंड और सेंस कंट्रोल से भी रिलेटेड. समझ रहे ना? एनी क्वेश्चन चल नाउ? So yeah, so this is a philosophy without character. So we will see some examples that how people manifested. People knew philosophy, but they their life became useless because character. I see Hiranyakashipu spoke very good philosophy. If you read the chapter where Hiranyakashipu is trying to pacify the relatives of the Hiranyaksha, the wife and the sister-in-law, there he speaks very profound philosophy, much better than the device presenter of session number 4. Kamsa speaks philosophy, very profound philosophy he spoke. When you read the translation, you will be enlightened about the science of soul. But what he did not have? Character, not having devotion to Lord. Kamsa became cruel, and when Durga Devi appeared from Devaki, again he became very, very humble and obedient. That, oh, please forgive me. He started crying. Kamsa started crying when Durga told that, you fool, you don't understand the power of Devaki and Vasudeva. That its child is already born. So when Kamsa saw that, oh, my goddess Durga has taken words from Devaki, that means how great is Devaki and Vasudeva. So again he cries crocodile tears and seeks forgiveness. That please forgive me. Actually, everything is according to karma only. I just became an instrument. So I am also not to be blamed. You are also not to be blamed. Like this is powerful philosophy again. But there was no, because of not having devotion. Again, that fellow associated with ministers and again put them in bars. Forgot all the episode. The same way we should see that I should not be justifying my sinful tendencies and sinful desires and bad behavior and bad conduct on the name of Krishna consciousness philosophy. नहीं तो फिलोसॉफी के नाम पे हम सब कुछ जस्टिफाई You can do anything, any nonsense and tell the Prabhupada said like this. No, I'm talking about management of ISKCON only, no? How to improve the management. So we can justify anything and everything. But heart will not get cleansed if you keep using the philosophy for an ulterior motive. Which offense it is? Seventh offense. Namno balad pas balad यस्य ही पाप बुद्धि ही. नाम के बल पर अपराध करना, फिलोसॉफी के बल पर अपराध करना, सेम चीज है. तो हो सकता है मैं साधक की तरह बाहर से मैं डिवोटी दिख रहा हूँ, लेकिन अंदर से कम्स तो नहीं हूँ ना. कम्स की तरह डिवाइस तो नहीं दे रहा ना. हमारा प्रीचिंग चल रहा है लेकिन कम्स की तरह बिहेवियर है. या हिरण्यकशिपु बन के बैठे हैं. हिरण्यकशिपु मतलब फिलोसॉफी बहुत आगे है, लेकिन अब अपराध कर रहा है साइड में. किसका अपराध किया? खुद के बेटे को मार. So it's like, you are bowing down to, you are touching Krishna's feet and then getting up and hitting Krishna with a stick on head. Vaishnava aparadh is like that. So I may be speaking philosophy and all, offering obeisances and all, but I get up and hit rather than on a stick. After coming here, I'm offending devotees, finding faults, looking at faults. The foundation of character, because of which character goes away. Where devotion goes away. Devotion, Bhakti Lata only become dried up. Then he will not get juice, he will not get taste. He will lose faith in what Prabhupada has given. He will lose faith that by improving the quality of my chanting, everything will happen. He will lose faith that Krishna Bhakti sarva karma kaile sarva karma krita hai. He will lose faith that if I just serve Krishna, everything will happen. He will not have faith on this. Why? Because that faith is taken away. By whom? By Krishna. Why? On account of our offenses, our blaspheming nature. Ravana was a highly learned scholar of Vedic scriptures, but he fell prey to lust, pride, and cruelty. Ravana was son of a Brahmana. He was very great Vedic scholar. So there are illusioned people who are worshipping Ravana also. They told Ravana was a good character man. He did not do anything with Sita till Sita was there for 1 year. So sometimes foolish mind gets carried away by wrong definition of character. But we need to understand character means it has to be backed up with devotional service to Lord. Otherwise, character will be overpowered by lust, cruelty, and pride. Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, Ravana, these all great demons were Vedic scholars. Who can match Hiranyakashipu in austerities? Who can match the Vedic scholarship of scholars' knowledge of Ravana? Can you match? No. But what we can match? What we can match? We can match them and defeat them in character by having devotional service to Lord. We are both Ravana and Hanuman also. By practicing only philosophy and no character, we would take the side of Ravana. By practicing philosophy with character based on devotion, we take the side of Hanuman. Duryodhana, Kaurava army, they knew the principles of religion, but they could not follow it because they did not have devotional service. So wherever there is bhakti to Krishna, there the actual character based on philosophy develops. So devotional service is incomplete without kindness, humility, and compassion. For example, Prakashananda Saraswati was attracted by Lord Chaitanya Prabhu not because of Lord Chaitanya's knowledge, but because of his character and humility. So our prachar will have force to the degree we have character and humility. Many things are caught, then taught. व्यासासन में बैठ के क्या बोलते हैं, वो ज्यादा लोग नहीं देखेंगे. आप उतरने के बाद क्या कर रहे हैं वो ज्यादा लोग देखते हैं. Real preaching starts after you get off from Vyasasan. That's when the Bible says a real preacher always preaches, and sometimes if need be he talks. He's always preaching by action. It does not happen more by giving classes. It happens more by action and conduct and our behavior. So how many of you want to be preachers? All of us can be preachers. You don't have to learn giving big classes and beautiful classes. You have to learn developing a character based on devotional service to Lord. Then we preach by our example, preach by our practice. We find the example of Jayanand. Jayanand Prabhu. He preached by example. He attracted so many souls to Krishna consciousness just by his humility and kindness. So Srila Prabhupada did not just speak philosophy. He also lived a life. He also showed philosophy through his character. Prabhupada. He attracted disciples through his kindness, forgiveness, tolerance, and deep compassion. So the true purpose of philosophy is to help us become instruments of love and service of Lord. So we should work out in this direction that I apply the knowledge. Otherwise, Krishna describes these kind of philosophy Pratagyana. That they may be PhDs, they may be giving very classes. There are people who have done PhDs on Shat Sandarbhas of Jeev Goswami, but they give classes with cigarette in their mouth. So do you want to become such kind of preachers? We may not be having cigarette. That much grocery will not fall. But we may be smoking cigarette of criticizing, the cigarette of backbiting. So you should work out in this direction. Then you make it simple class, but it will transform the hearts and lives of so many people. You see, you tell me honestly, Prabhupada, how many of you feel that Prabhupada classes are quite often based on basic philosophy? Okay. Next question. How many of you genuinely feel that Prabhupada's Vani has got the purity? It really shatters our material plans. It really gives us more faith on Krishna. Though the same example is here. You are not his body, you are soul, you have to go back to it. Same thing. But every time you hear, it will touch heart in a different way. That's not the power of philosophy only. Otherwise, Hiranyakashipu's philosophy was filled with. There's the power of purity, character, devotion, genuine compassion. The Prabhupada says purity is the force. That force will come not just by philosophy and reading, but that force will come when you try to apply something in our life. When you try to live also by what we are reading, what we are hearing. And don't get carried away. Oh, who is? Nobody is practicing, so I'll also not practice. No. You be the example around. You practice. When you practice, you'll be able to speak. And when you'll speak, then you'll get more strength to practice. So if you don't practice, we will not speak. And when you don't speak, then you lose your strength to practice further. Understanding? Roma Harshan. Roma Harshan Sutta was a great scholar. But Lord Balaram did not like his scholarship. What Lord Balaram did? He just killed his, chopped off his head. Prajapati Daksha. He was a great Prajapati. He was a knowledgeable person. But what happened? His head also was cut. And he got goat's head. Because he offended Shiva. So quite often, pride leads to offenses. The moment I'm thinking, oh, I'm better than others, that is what? Pride. Fall. Because the moment I'm thinking I'm better than others, what is awaiting next is offense. And it's only a gap of time that I'm going to fall into a ditch. Indra offended whom? Brihaspati, and got conquered over by demons. So demons of our anarthas also will conquer over us if we don't have devotion. If we don't have proper, if you're not keeping ourselves on guard to protect a proper character in our lives. Any questions? So we discuss these all examples. Then only Seva Bhava will develop. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was greatest scholars. He defeated many philosophers in his time, but not just by philosophy, but by his love and humility. Okay, any questions so far? Yeah.
So you said that when we are offending devotees, then Krishna himself implants sinful uh, desires in our heart so that we don't go to hell.
Yeah.
But now, by implanting those sinful desires, we will commit sinful activities. No? Then that will lead us to hell. Then how Krishna is saving us?
Shall I get a question?
You said that Krishna has the sinful desires to save us from going to hell. But if the sinful desires are there in our heart, then we will commit sinful activities. No? Then we will go to hell anyway. How then Krishna is saving us?
See, by sinful desires, I said the journey becomes steeper and steeper. So devotional service does not stop. Does not stop. It will become very slow. So slow that you may go out of devotional service, but you will come back. You will come back because नेहा विक्रमणाशोसी आपके previous condition अनर्थों के शिकार हो गए तो थोड़े टाइम के लिए आपकी जर्नी पॉज होगा लेकिन हम वापस आ जाएंगे क्योंकि जो भक्ति अकाउंट है वो बचा हुआ है अभी भी आपके अकाउंट आपके पास है ठीक है रात के केस में क्या हो जाता है कि वो पूरा चला जाता है तो भगवान नहीं होने के लिए हमें भगवान थोड़े टाइम के लिए बाहर करते हैं ताकि बाहर जब वापस हम हमारा जब संघर्ष चलता है व्हेन वी स्ट्रगल bit after association then we learn a lesson and we come back with the proper mindset now I'll do properly का चक्कर जल्दी जाता नहीं है तो I'll just end with a जैसे दक्षा ने ऑफेंड किया किसको शिवा को लेकिन वो ऑफेंस इतना डीप था इतना डीप था कि 6 मनवंतर तपस्या करने के बाद भी जब वो दक्षा वापस प्रचेताओं के बेटे के रूप में पैदा हुए तो उस टाइम भी उन्होंने नारद मुनि का वापस अपराध किया द फिलोसॉफी था लेकिन निंदा के कारण पूरा कैरेक्टर और डिवोशन चला गया भगवान को भी खुश कर दिया था दक्ष ने हम गुहे प्रेयर्स गाय दक्ष ने और भगवान को इतना खुश किया कि भगवान प्रकट हुए दक्षा क्राइड टीयर्स ऑफ एक्शन लेकिन इतना होने के बाद भी जब वापस नारद मुनि ने उनके बच्चों को ब्रह्मचारी बना दिया तो उनके दिल में इतना द्वेष आ गया कि वापस अपराध का पूरा ये आ गया वो पहले का इफेक्ट अभी भी था अंदर अपराध करने की भावना प्रेम के स्तर पर जाएगी जब तक कृष्ण प्रेम नहीं बढ़ा तब तक रहेगा वो तो इसलिए उसे में बहुत बच के रहना है क्योंकि सारा कैरेक्टर और डिवोशन यहीं से उड़ता है नाश यहीं से शुरू होता है किससे प्राइड से मैं अभी पहले लोगों से जैसे एक कहानी बता के एंड करूंगा कि there was a brahmana and there was a prostitute brahmana and prostitute so they were staying opposite of the road this road and that road so this prostitute whenever she would see the brahmana she would tell oh how great I am I fortunate is daily morning I'd see this brahmana and she would admire her fortune and thank God that मेरा इतना अच्छा भाग है कि मेरे सड़क के उस तरफ एक ब्राह्मण रहता है उसको देख के prostitute और ये ब्राह्मण क्या करता था ये ब्राह्मण जैसे ही प्रश्न करता थू थू करता था उसके मुंह पे थूकता था कि अरे क्या मेरा गाली देता उसको तो लास्ट में जब डेथ हुआ तो ब्राह्मण के इधर यमदूत आ गए तो ब्राह्मण बोला अरे भाई आपका एड्रेस देखो आप गलत एड्रेस पे आ गए आपका बराबर टाइप करो आप जीपीएस में रोड के उधर जाना है आपको have come at correct place because you have You had philosophy, but you did not practice proper character. And the prostitute did not know philosophy. समझे क्या? So we should not know only philosophy. We should try to more focus on character. Character is there. What was the philosophical knowledge of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj? He did not. He could not read. He was an illiterate man. Character is based on devotion, and it has got nothing much to do with philosophy. Philosophy should help us to develop character and devotion. Otherwise, defeated. Purpose is only defeated. So Srila Prabhupada used to give that that crow and swans example. That crows are noisy and quarrelsome, but they are attracted to garbage and filthy places. So these are like people who have philosophy but no. On the other hand, swans are very peaceful and they always seek clear and clean water. They are like true devotees of Krishna. So you should become like swans, not like crows. Who makes more noise, swans or crows? You see, too much, too enthusiastic. Oh, like somewhere 4-5 came, that gone. You cannot stand there. You have to go. Same way, sometimes the people outside also speak with powerful philosophy. They will have millions of YouTube likes because they are crowing. Why? They are crowing. Why it's crowing? Because they don't have character and devotion to Lord. But science does not make much noise. You see Srila Prabhupada lectures in YouTube, not much likes like the comparison to other people who have millions of likes. But Prabhupada will attract swan class of people. And crows will attract crow class of people. So if I am swan class, then I'll also attract swan class of people. If I'm crow class, I'll attract crow class of people. So I should not blame the audience. I should take responsibility that it's mine. That I am like crows, I'm not able to do. So let me try to make myself swan. That is our homework. To work on character and devotion to Lord. Understanding? The cobbler and Brahmana story. All of you know? Narad Muni came and Narad Muni asked, cobbler asked Narad Muni, hey Narad Muni, Dhanush Pranam, कैसे आ रहे हैं आप? अच्छा कैसे हैं? They both talked. And then the cobbler, no, first Brahmana, Narad Muni, but Brahmana first. So Brahman offered big pranam to the Narad Muni. Aye, welcome, welcome. How can I serve you? By the time, where are you going? So I'm going to Vaikuntha. Oh, you're so please ask Lord Vishnu, when will I come back to Godhead? तो ठीक है, नारायण नारायण ऐसा करके नारद मुनि चले गए. फिर आगे कौन मिला? मोची मिला. मोची मोची होता ना, चमड़े से जूता बनाता है. तो उससे मिला. ओ नारद मुनि दंड प्रणाम आपके चरणों में बताया, बहुत अच्छा भाग है. कहाँ जा रहे हैं आप? हम वैकुंठ जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, जब आप वहां पे से आइएगा, पूछिएगा कि मैं कब आऊंगा भगवत धाम. तो फिर ठीक है, ठीक. नारद मुनि चले गए वैकुंठ. वहां पे भगवान विष्णु थे. तो भगवान विष्णु को नारद मुनि पूछे कि नारद मुनि पूछे कि भगवान, मैं आते आते दो लोगों को मिला, एक मोची और एक ब्राह्मण. दोनों मुझे एक ही सवाल पूछे कि कब आएंगे भगवत धाम. तो विष्णु टोल्ड नारद मुनि, you tell that brahmana will take many lives. But Lord, he was very. And what about that cobbler, my Lord? Cobbler is going. That mochi will come back to God in this life only. Narad Muni are more amazed. How come? Don't worry, Narad Muni. Just go and they will ask you question what I was doing. Who said like this? Vishnu told. They will ask a question what I was doing. Tell them that I was putting an elephant through the hole of a needle. ठीक है. Narad Muni said, Narayan, everything is possible. Narad Muni became very joyous. Then he went down and Brahmana again did pranam. I told, did you ask? भगवान को पूछा कि मैं कब आऊंगा भगवत धाम. तो नारद मुनि बोले कि हाँ मैं पूछा. नहीं, पहले आप बताओ कि आप भगवान कर क्या रहे थे? तो नारद मुनि टोल्ड भगवान सुई के होल से हाथी निकाला था। अब ये ब्राह्मण इतना जोर जोर से मजाक बनाया ना नारद मुनि का हंस हंस के, ये हे क्या उल्लू बना रहे हैं। नारद मुनि अंडरस्टूड many lives. एंड देन नारद मुनि वेंट फर्दर, कॉबलर से मिले। तो कॉबलर को बताया कि कॉबलर ने पूछा भगवान क्या कर रहे थे। कॉबलर बोला, नारद मुनि बोले भगवान सुई की नोक से, सुई के छेद से हाथी निकाल रहे थे। द कॉबलर स्टार्टेड क्राइंग टीयर्स ऑफ जॉय, माय डियर लॉर्ड कैन डू एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, ही कैन पैक सच अ ह्यूज सीड, huge tree in such a small seed, and why can't he pass an elephant through a hole of a needle? Suppose we should not become a scholar like that Brahmana and prolong our journey back to Godhead with just a philosophy. But we should shorten our journey back to Godhead and make it quicker by having the faith like that cobbler, though we may not know complete philosophy or we may not be very deep in philosophy. So more important than working out on our philosophy is to develop our pure and faith on Lord. That comes by serving the Mahat, that comes by chanting our rounds, that comes by faithfully executing the instruction of our superior, that comes by living in our association free from envy. At least heart will be envious, but don't act enviously. Keep our mouth closed if some envious thoughts are going. Don't get hooked onto envy which is there. Don't act. If you don't act, you will be saved. And don't keep suppressing also. Develop higher taste also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told one blasphemer, he was telling, I have blasphemed your devotees, my dear Lord, so much time. Please forgive me. Lord said, don't worry. With the mouth which you have drunk poison, now drink the nectar. What is nectar? Nectar is the glorifying, the glorification of devotees. Glorification of devotees is more greater than glorifying Lord. And like that, you can protect yourself from drinking poison. अगर जहर से बचना है तो मुंह में अमृत डालना पड़ेगा, और वो अमृत क्या है? तो का गुणगान. So like that, we can, from there, we can protect our character, we can protect our devotional service, and our philosophy will help us to develop Vaishnava qualities: kindness, humility, compassion. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So those who have questions can meet me personally because it's already late. Go. Any question?
Not the purpose of pleasing Guru and Krishna,
Hmm.
then of course they become the obstacle in our progress.
Yeah.
But we many times find that uh, uh, for pleasing the Vaishnava also we need some kind of skills, of course. That services has, we can't be just thinking about our internal conditions, not trying to develop some skills which are necessary to do services needed in the project or in the mission of the Prabhupada. And gradually because of that we have to come to external solution. So that is of course accepted or
Prabhu, we should try our best to improve the skills whatever level possible. But our intention should be always try to please the superior, to please the devotee. You try your best, leave the rest. You should not be too much external so much so that you forgot that you are in Ati Praya zone and you forgot the main purpose behind it. Now, if you need some skills, you try developing those skills. Whatever you can develop, well and fine. Whatever you cannot develop, still don't lose the desire to please the devotee. Krishna does not see whether we achieved success or failure. Krishna sees what? How much did we try? Jatayu succeeded or failed? Jatayu failed, but Lord was pleased. 100 yagnas or Indra succeeded? Indra, but Lord was pleased with Prithvi Maharaj. So life, our devotional service is much more deeper than success and failure. It is how much did we try. Externals do matter, developing skills and talent to please the devotees better way. We should try certainly, but that is not whole and soul. Because what is the use of having talents if I'm becoming pride and I'm comparing myself unhealthily with other devotees, going in fault finding mode? then the talent and skill will ruin me. That's why Kunti Maharaj is telling Jan Vaishwarya Shruta Shri Bireta Madhavana Bhuma. That these become obstacles. Because there is good possibility of not using it in service of the Lord and getting carried away with pride and lust like Ravana. To develop humility, to develop devotion should be our prime effort. And together with that, whatever is needed, we should do try to acquire the necessary talent and skills possible, and not give it up on the name of external. Anything should be that can be engaged in service of the Lord should not be given up. Otherwise it is Shushka Vairagya. That is not our Vairagya. Our Vairagya is to take everything and then put it in the service of the Lord. But on the name of taking and putting in the service of the proud, or we should not get carried away by it so much so that we lost the character and devotional part. Understanding? This was the question, right? So should we bother about talent and skills?
We should try, but
Yes. But that is not the purpose and goal. The goal is to use it in service of the Lord. Otherwise, to learn Sanskrit, and after becoming Sanskrit scholar, they give up ISKCON. मुझे स्वामी जी प्रोपा से याद तो मुझे मालूम है कि ट्रांसलेशन में क्या बोल रहा है. प्रोपा तो ट्रांसलेशन गलत बता रहे हैं. Now he learned Sanskrit to understand text properly, and after learning, he forgot the purpose, and then he became philosophy without correct. You know, there are many in ISKCON who became such great scholars that they left ISKCON only. So why do you want to acquire such kind of talent and skill? But there are some who are just making simple flowers, simple garland, simple keeping, simple morning brow attending and going back to God. And there are some who acquired lot of talents and skills and engaged everything in service of the Lord and went back to God. The principle is and humility and practicing Vaishnava Sadachar, Vaishnava values, character. And together with that, as much as possible, we should try to acquire the talents and skills to improve the quality of our service to Guru and Krishna. You know? Clear? The offense to Shiva. Actually, Acharya said he had offending mentality. That offense was getting carried from Shiva's part only. And Shiva's part, what was wrong? He criticized Shiva so badly with monkey eyed, this, that. And he criticized Brahma also, that daughter to Shiva. So that false prestige build up, build up, build up, build up. And it did not clean. But it is proper. Did not, but it's all manifestation of the seeds which were left on account of offending a Mahabhagavad people. And though he sought forgiveness from Shiva, his heart was not actually specified. तो क्या करना है? अभी करना पड़ेगा, मांगना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, बाहर से मांग लो. क्योंकि हम भी भक्तों से बाहर से माफी मांग लेते हैं. फिर अंदर बताता हूँ. अगली बार मैं इसको देख लूंगा. We should take care. Let's see our own hearts. If we don't see, the Lord will see. Understanding?
sometimes in dealing so, like you in the beginning said that by seeing others get joyful and happy, that is a sign of advance. But of course, that is honestly true. But maintenance our equals are there. They're getting the mercy. We are also happy that they have received the mercy. We have no problem. But sometimes they themselves want, they show themselves in such a way that let's see, you are bereft of this particular this thing. And I have
That is
received it.
a healthy association.
Even you are close to him.
You tell me who will go down.
No, I understand that is there. You are not having that thought. You are happy with his success, but by his behavior in such a way, and your appreciation for his advancement that decreases in the heart. Then you
Okay,
can
we
say,
should not talk. It should not come out of our mouth. We should not talk about the dude. Then Lord will evaporate that shit. What problem happens when we talk? When you open our mouth. The fish gets caught when you talk, when you open the mouth. So if something good is not going to come out, better keep it. That is of course, our parampara is not that kind of Moni Baba. Our Moni Baba is like, you talk the glorification of Guru and Krishna and devotee. But if nothing like that is coming out, then better to keep silent. We will make progress actually. Slowly those feelings will evaporate. Because you are chanting your words properly. And then you are keeping mum when the bad times start coming, when the critics are coming, then you are controlling it down. So we are not just suppressing, we are taking in holy name, healing the Krishna Katha, Hari Katha, rendering services. Because of that, the dirty desires will evaporate. And at one point of time, we'll see good everywhere. So don't worry. If you are finding, at least we should not act by the instinct which is coming in. That, oh, why are you glorifying so much? Don't you know? I'll tell you something secret about him. Then all your perception will get clear. Why do you always keep telling him? You don't know, you are in ignorance. Ask others, what is he? So this is what? But let's suppose there is something really wrong with the devotee about him, you're talking good. And I know that, and you don't know. You're coming to me appreciating the devotee. So what I should do? I'm not able to appreciate. Because he does some nonsense which you don't know. Then what I should do? Yeah. I may not be very happy when you're glorifying him, but at least I should not tell you what he does. Make sense? How to do? Yes, bro. Yeah, correct. Very nice. Amazing. I never thought this good quality which you're talking. Thank you very much. You are so nice that you are glorifying all devotees. Wonderful. Bro. Please pray that I also develop this nature of seeing good everywhere. Hare Krishna. Understanding? How to talk? अरे आपको क्या मालूम प्रभु माँ मैं बताता हूँ आपको पूरा आपका कॉन्सेप्शन क्लियर हो जाएगा मैं आपका कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर कर देता हूँ bullying backbiting offense envy this we should not act at least
Robert,
ठीक है
I'll say one thing. Like, it's true, 100% it's all.
Hmm.
What you are saying is principle.
Hmm.
There's nothing wrong in that. But everybody will not have, like, of course, there is a part, brahmachari is more emphasize on the point that they should not have more emotional needs.
Hmm.
But of course, when you are a close person with whom living, if you are very close to him, when something bad happens there, na, so not to tell him, you cannot share your heart to him because that is something which he will feel bad.
Hmm.
And you feel that going and asking counselor about all these things, counsel also has some limitations of what we can think.
Hmm.
Then you find that some other equal with whom you have some company.
Hmm.
Then with an attitude, you just going and telling, not with an intention that.
no we should not share our heart unless we can bring some positive change
But that is creating trouble in my son only. I'm
then you
sitting
should share with a superior with his superior now if I see some bad in you and we are equals then I should not share my heart with my other friend about you just because I want to vent out and disturb him also. And he may have good feelings about you, but that will also get spoiled after hearing from me. So this is emotional, and on the name of emotional needs, we are rumor mongering, gossiping, prajalpa, criticism. Criticism is the worst kind of prajalpa. And gradually, I may be deriving joy. Bro, now you understood how I am better than him. You see we are close friends, but you understand the time you like him, like me also. But whom you like more? Me. Now it's clear, na? I just shared my heart actually. Have any ill motives and all. Aksha told like this only. Assembly, please don't think that I am envious. I'm going to tell some truth about this Shiva. Like this, he started his presentation. So you go and talk to superior if you can bring some change. Otherwise, keep it in your heart only. No need to share this kind of heart. This is not Guyamaka Prajan, this is rumor mongering. If you have got some ill feeling about some devotee, either go to talk to his counselor or talk to your counselor, talk to some senior person only, or talk to some other his friend who can with good desire. That also can be done. But talking to your friend who cannot do, who has nothing to do with anything, just on the name of I want to vent out a feeling. No, no, no. That kind of emotional need we should not develop. That is our mental dialogue.
Even something happens in our material job also, that is
That if it's affecting our spiritual life, then we should share with our friends to vent out our feeling. You know, अरे आज मेरा बॉस ने ऐसा चिल्ला दिया, मुझे बहुत खराब लगा bro. How to see spiritually? Can you help me? Today I got chastisement like this in job in front of everyone. Why Krishna did like this to me, bro? Can you please help me through Shastric vision? Like this we should share and ask and take help. Because it's going to affect my tomorrow's japa. So we should share, we should have. Should we? Related to health, related to something which is affecting our spiritual life, related to some service which can be improved, related to our outlook which can be improved. Improving direction, healthy direction, positive direction discussion is not bad. Without taking names, without telling the direct situations and the names of the devotees or the name of the temple or name of the management. If you are discussing to improve, that is proper. Only with friends or with the right people who can do something. Now, if you are my close friend, take a name of some devotee and discuss with you. Or let's suppose if you want to vent out such kind of emotion which you are talking about, don't take the name of the devotee and share with him. But if you take the name of the devotee, Krishna will not like it. Love me, love my dog. Dog may be disobedient to the master, but still master loves the dog. My child is deaf and dumb. Who are you to tell that he is deaf and dumb? He is my child. Like this, who feels that he is my devotee? I am taking the responsibility for 84 lakhs, and in one life you have got so much right that you want to give correction. Who feels like this? No. He is taking responsibility over 84 lakh species he is seeing. Life after life he is seeing, tolerating. So he is real mother and father. He should do. Why? कानून के हाथ में हाथ, कानून को हाथ में नहीं लेना चाहिए. कानून को हाथ में लेंगे तो क्या होगा? गोली किसको लगेगा? हमें लग जाएगा. तो किसका कानून है? कानून भगवान का और भगवान के भक्तों का मतलब मैनेजमेंट का. अपना अपना काम करो, बाकी सब. That's what Krishna is saying. Do your own duty properly. Don't do other dharma. Do your own dharma improperly. That is better than doing other dharma properly. This is Bhagavad Gita's message. Kushi?
This class was very helpful, bro. So I have, for sure, I've done many offenses towards devotees also, and now, like you told that the he may leave this path and he may fall down a big. Is great, matlab.
Because he has done offense to you.
No, no, me. Me, me. So like you told Mahaprabhu's example last thing. So like, is
See,
it?
if you have done some offense to somebody which we are realizing today, then now at least we should try to rectify it. Go and render some service to that devotee. At least don't talk ill about that devotee. Can't render service to him because he's too annoying to me, Prabhu. How can I tell you now? Okay, no problem. You don't render service, but at least you don't talk ill about him to anybody. And pray to Krishna, my dear Lord, please help me to improve my relation. This much is sufficient.
But I'm scared little bit. Like sooner or later, I may not leave this path.
Then you should seek forgiveness from him. If he is not willing to forgive, then no problem. Then Lord will take care. You have genuine repentance for him. Render some indirect service to that devotee. Provide, do something to help that devotee to somebody else. Like this, we should try to. And Krishna is in heart. Krishna sees.
Genuinely.
Yeah. Krishna is not absent-minded. He is there watching everybody's heart. If I am that devotee, I should forgive you. I should not maintain vengeance so long that I am not ready to forgive you also. And never neglect.
Mm.
Let's suppose you did offense to me, I should not neglect you. If you are coming and seeking forgiveness, I should forgive you. Then, Mama, if I don't forgive, it's like coal in my hand. When I will die, will Lord forgive me? If I can't forgive others, how can I expect Lord will forgive me at the time of death? So we should forgive others and we should seek forgiveness from others without hesitation, without false ego. Go through that devotee. Indra went with Surabhi to Krishna and Krishna forgave Indra. So go through his friend to him, seek forgiveness. If he still doesn't forgive, it's between him and Lord. You did your part, leave it. And don't talk ill about him to anybody else. Even with your close friend. No need. समझे क्या? Hare Krishna. So this all forms our character and devotion, bro. To the degree we take care of our dealings properly. Vaishnava of a devotee like a chaste woman wearing Mangal Sutra, like that. If we have proper sadhachar, proper character and devotion, we become beautiful in eyes of our supreme husband. We are Prakriti, Krishna is Purusha. We become beautiful in eyes of our husband to the degree we have proper character and devotion. And these all daily just a form of foundation of our character and devotion. जब मेरा कैरेक्टर हवा में रहता है फिर माला कितना भी रगड़ेगा तो माला अच्छा नहीं होगा क्योंकि दिन भर भक्तों की निंदा कर रहे हैं वो टेम्पल में क्या थे माला डिड यू हियर दैट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द टेम्पल if you are getting to hear something like this you close your ears and go away from there you need not hear don't talk ill you don't talk ill about them also you just get up and go away people will understand Krishna will understand that you don't want to hear the blasphemy and criticism of my devotee you are geared near to me. Even if I have done too much nonsense, Prabhu, you should not talk about me in my background. I have no right to talk about anybody in background unless I am official allotted for that. समझे क्या? 90% problems will solve like this only.
And if we get to know that, if we know that this person, like, we have to stay away from him,
Hmm.
and because he talks somewhat
Hmm.
ill about devotees, and we have to maintain distance, we
हाँ.
know. But हमें उससे काम पड़ रहा है,
Hmm.
then प्रभु
तो
काम
काम का ही करवा के छोड़िए बाकी का डिस्कस मत कीजिए आपको मालूम चलता है ना कि अभी मेरे मुंह से जहर आने वाला है Why do you want to stand in front of me? If I am going to vomit, will you stand in front of me? फिर you understand actually कि अभी प्रभु जी के मुंह से वॉमिटिंग आने वाला है वॉमिटिंग मतलब पॉइजन क्रिटिसिज्म आने वाला है तो कुछ तो टॉपिक वहां से निकलिए आप फॉर दिस यू हैव टू बी स्मार्ट लिटिल बिट कि अभी मेरा काम हो गया है अभी मैं यहाँ से निकलना है मुझे यहाँ से
and but I have that feeling प्रभु because वो मेरा मतलब काम कर रहे हैं मतलब
it's like a कीचड़ is there and you are throwing stone at it अगर कीचड़ में पत्थर मारने की क्या होगा
छीटा होता है
वही होता है एक्चुअली लोग ये करते तो एक दूसरे खराब का डिस्कस करते थे वो हमारे ऊपर आ जाता है
but he is telling me
हाँ
so ऐसा लगता है कि like वो उन्होंने काम किया and he wants to share something and he share में and
then we should tell Prabhu actually my spiritual life is going very weak very poor and last few days I am getting lot of thoughts about leaving Krishna consciousness can you please help me by not in this kind of situation because if I hear this or not today only I'll pack and go so I'm already in crisis Prabhu I'll be very grateful to you if you can please help me to develop some courage to at least I should chant my rounds at least I should keep applying tilak on my forehead I don't know so if I hear like this only maybe by evening only I'll go out already last few days I'm disturbed Rosie like this if you tell anybody will feel compassion on you because at least he doesn't want you to go away you tell now you take a low position that Rosie last few days I'm getting thoughts of leaving ISKCON permanently and now if this call if I hear now you may be very strong Rosie not you maybe you are actually that you are able to maintain your spiritual life despite such kind of turmoils but I am so weak faith person that though Prabhupada has given so much I am getting thoughts of leaving ISKCON I am very weak Prabhuji you please it's like if I hear from you it will be like you are putting a paneer in mouth of a one day child it will just get stuck and he will die either Prabhuji if I hear this kind of thing I'll surely today only I'll pack up my luggage and go so still if you feel that you wish to share please share otherwise please tell me some encouraging words that I should continue my Krishna consciousness like this you tell who will tell Take this position of low position and tell. You will be saved. This is like a very high example I told you, but you can tell in this mode. But even if, dude, it's like Ramban, if you tell like this, everything will go away. I tell, bro, all of you are very, very strong because you could discuss like this and maintain your spiritual life. I'm already struggling in my sadhana, already struggling with following four regulated principles. Certainly, also, I'm breaking grossly, although I'm about to fall prey. So, can you please help me by protecting me? If you can excuse me from this discussion, I'll be very grateful. So that I maintain my faith on Prabhupada and so that I can continue remaining with you at least externally. Like this, it is. So Krishna sees that how much effort we are putting to protect ourselves. And this is true. Who is confident about our quality of our rounds? At least I am also not confident. Quality of rounds, quality of spiritual life, quality of thoughts. Very dirty. Very dirty. Only a mercy of Lord and Guru and Krishna is continuing. So why to put further poison, bro? Why to poison further? Already poison is there inside. ठीक है ना? Hare Krishna. Right kind of association, right kind of devotees around is very important. Right kind of guidance is very important. If you take regularly sleep or revision, then there won't be any problem in future life. It's like a science, we have to be knowing and practicing. There won't be any problem. So simple for simple, complicated for complicated people. So if you become simple, Krishna will show the way how to do. If there is strong way, Krishna shows stronger way. If there is a will, there is a way. So if you have will that I don't want to hear blasphemy, I don't want to hear criticism, my dear Lord, unless you give me some authority and official and that kind of service. The Lord will show you how to avoid it. Lord will give you right intelligence. क्या बोलना है आपको अभी क्या बोलना है ताकि आपके रिलेशन में रहे और आपके कान में जहर भी मत जाए. Lord will give you intelligence. येषाम तंत्रगतम नहीं that श्लोक है ना तेषाम सतत प्रीतिपूर्वकम ददामि बुद्धि योगम तम. मैं इंटेलिजेंस देता हूँ उसको जो मेरा भजन प्रीतिपूर्वक करता है, जो प्रीतिपूर्वक मेरे भक्तों को ब्लास्फेमी से बचना चाहता है, जो प्रीतिपूर्वक अपने आप को क्रिटिसिज्म से बचाना चाहता है, उसको मैं बुद्धि दूंगा कि कैसे बोलना है, क्या बोलना है, ताकि उसके कान में जहर नहीं जाए, क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं जाए, ना उसके मुंह पे क्रिटिसिज्म आए. भगवान शक्ति देते हैं, भगवान बुद्धि देते हैं. We are chanting his name daily 2 hours. He is not Nirakar God devoid of feelings and emotions. He knows our heart. He knows our and he will help. He knows our inquiries with what heart we are thinking. And he's seeing me also with what heart I am telling. समझे ना? Everything he knows. This is the most amazing thing. That one person knows me in and out. And that is the Supreme Lord. With that faith we should chant. Then you will see Krishna had reciprocation of life. Taste and juice in your Krishna consciousness. समझे? हरि बोल. तो मेरा भी क्लास करना है. चले लेट हो गया ना बात. बोले मेरा क्लास तो आदत मिस हो गया. आप मुझे प्रसाद के टाइम में मिलेंगे. प्रसाद के टाइम में या पूछ लीजिए. किस टाइप के स्ट्रॉन्ग डिजायर. हाँ बताना चाहिए कि ब्रो मेरे मन में ऐसा ऐसा इच्छा आ रहा है. नहीं दबाना नहीं है, अपने काउंसलर को पूछना है. काउंसलर बोलते हैं कि हाँ बहुत अच्छा इच्छा है आपको दुबई में जाके जॉब करने का, आपको जरूरत भी है. हो सकता है जरूरत है तो हाँ बोले तो हाँ करें कीजिए. घर में पैसे का जरूरत है, ऐसा करने का. अच्छा बताइए क्यों इच्छा आ रहा है बताइए. अब मैं बता दूंगा कि नहीं वो गलत है तो फिर वो गड़बड़ हो सकता है. ये पर्सनल क्वेश्चन है ना. मैं तो खुद अपना सब छोड़ छाड़ दिया था. तो चेंज सो मेनी कंपनीज इन फ्यू इयर्स ओनली. 20-25 कंपनी का चेंज. Not very good number of companies. Means I cannot. This should be asked to some person devotee who is taking responsibility of your decisions in life. Otherwise, too much ati prayas is surely not good according to nectar principles. prayers we should not do. Anything which is coming in between japa in our head, that means it's wrong. Something is going wrong in our life. We should consult our counselor. And the thought which is that is very negative. Even if it's service related thing, that means I'm thinking myself to be doer, controller. That's why seva thoughts are coming in between japa. Material thoughts are coming in between japa, that is more dangerous. That is negative distraction, positive distraction. Both are distraction only. So you should do the needful. If job related thoughts are coming during japa, that means you should check our counselor. Through my japa is getting disturbed like this, what to do? Thoughts to do high profile jobs and all. So is it good for me or should I give up the thought? So if it's good for me, then let me nourish it. But don't nourish, allow it to come between japa. Do the needful. I mean, Sally Prabhu not needed good profile job for you and all. Like I was planning to go to do MBA from London. My university, everything was clear. My counselor told not needed for you. You'll go there and you'll not come back. So I changed my plan. Otherwise, I'll think I want to do this, do that. At some point of time, we have to follow what my counselor tells. He told me, I still remember, I was traveling from Voice to Temple, and he told me in a vehicle, that give up your all this plan and all, you can be here only. Otherwise, you won't survive. You will go there and will not return. And I followed it. I cancelled all my plan. Loan and all, everything I had applied for. I cancelled everything. Parents started, no problem. Who is counsel? Somewhere I have to follow. No? I cannot keep my feet in legs in two boat. Either Krishna consciousness or material life. Both go ill together. But somewhere, if we are like congregation and all, grass and all, so we have to seek practical advice from our counselor that how to manage my both, both also remain together. And I also don't get torn apart. Balance is also needed. But the practical guidance we have to take. If you're my counselor, I could have asked you the details and tell Prabhu, yeah, it is very good. Better you can apply for Dubai job. Otherwise, situation is different. Prabhu, not needed for you. You can give up this job also. Not needed. If it's disturbing you so much, take some simple job in temple and be peaceful. This also can be the solution. And both solution can take you to Krishna consciousness, depending on your individual situation. So we should learn to reveal our heart properly to counsel and seek advice with our own mental thoughts. फिर माइंड डिस्टर्ब होगा, जपा में मन नहीं लगेगा. इसलिए काउंसलर सिस्टम बताया गया है. सीनियर का हेल्प लेना है, दिल का बात बताना है डॉक्टर के सामने और बोलते डॉक्टर के सामने और भी कोई था लॉयर, डॉक्टर लॉयर के सामने कोई और काउंसलर तीसरा. कभी झूठ और आधा अधूरा चीज नहीं बोलना है, क्योंकि रोग है. प्रॉब्लम किसको होगा? बहुत ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब हो तो जाके एडवाइस लीजिए. अभी गए तो बोलना बोलिए फिर. ठीक है, आई वांट टू कंट्रोल अकाउंट, यू डोंट हैव टू टेल नो प्रॉब्लम. बट इफ इट्स कमिंग सो मच दैट it's disturbing your material life, then you have to go to doctor. You have to tell them something. Some other things which are disturbing your life, but you are able to tackle with it and you're able to go on peacefully and happily. You don't have to go every time and counsel it. But something which is bogged up so much in your head that is affecting your job, then you have to go and share with your counselor. Don't share with equals and disturb them also. You go to senior and tell them because they can digest. You know? Your basic question. Any other question? So character and devotion all forms based on part of this problem. To the degree I discuss many things where it looks away from character, but actually it is character and devotion only. Rest all is philosophy. What we are discussing, that is that only form character and devotion. Then ask counselor's friend, somebody equal to counselor. समझे क्या? And tell that counselor, that equal of counselor, that that or some other senior, somebody senior whom you know that he will not take me. Tell him, Prabhu, how to help, how to do. So always we should have some multiple seniors above us. Good. ये लेकिन follow किसी को करना? Counsel only, not multiple. Because he will take responsibility. Counselor will take responsibility. Yeah, you can take help. I just, like, how do you go and tell bro, my counselor is telling me like this, but I'm not able to. Or can you tell my counselor to give me some alternative and tell him in such a way so that it does not understand that I have come to you? Possible or not? Who is your counselor? Tell me later. We should actually try to be naked in front of your counselor. Naked means, बोलिए ऐसा ऐसा हमारा गाड़ी आपको जो करना है कीजिए आप अपने भी क्या करो then only you'll be fixing bro. To the degree you are honest, to that degree you will be saved. Because at our level, honesty, humility means honesty. Humility means I'm honest, bro. This is my problem. Bro. This is my level. You don't think that I'm very advanced only. My level, I'm getting these kind of thoughts, and I'm planning like this. Can you help me? Can you let me do this? No, I'm not able to do what you had told last few days. I'm feeling to do like this. Can you give me some options now? And can you tell me the disadvantage of these options? Can you help me how to understand this with faith? I'm lacking this faith that what you're having. Or maybe I'm not able to still understand, but I want to change my counselor. Can you please help me? That will it be good for me? Or can you suggest me some other counselor who can fit my needs? And can it be spiritual thought? Like this, you should be open in front of. If you don't take help, then you're in problem. Take help. You are provided help. Take help. We need help. We all need. आधे से ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाता है हमारा अगर हम अच्छे से बात करके सॉल्व किया तो क्लैरिफाई किया कम्युनिकेशन किया लर्निंग द आर्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन if counselor asks you did you do something wrong you should tell yes I did wrong you punish him whatever you like I'm ready to take punishment if you are honest Krishna will reciprocate that you are putting faith on me I'll take care of it but if you don't faith on my representatives in your life then why should I do it those who have wish they can go समझे क्या so put faith on Krishna put faith in Krishna's representatives Krishna reciprocates in your life he reciprocates in our life by giving us faith to execute whatever counselor tells us. Then if he tells you to do like this, do like this. Why? Because I have been told. So that submission and obedience is very important. The mercy of the Lord when we are honest with our superior, not hiding anything, telling everything clearly in a mild way and seeking help. Krishna is not a cruel person and he wants you to fall down and get trouble and miserable. Clapping. Very good. Very good is miserable. No. Krishna wants to help us. समझे क्या? Like you are asking me today how to do what to do. Now you execute. Now if you tell me, bro, I'm not able to do this, then what else to do? Then something else will be given. But I'm not able to do this also, then what else to do? Okay, I'm not able to do this also. It's still something. Lot of options are there. You see which one you can follow. भगवान बहुत सारे ऑप्शन दे दिए और लास्ट में अर्जुन को क्या बोले कहते हैं, ये क्या करना है वैसे ही काउंसलर में ऑप्शन देते हैं आपका नाम की तरफ से कीजिए बताइए गुरु जी मेरा फेथ ये है मेरा कन्विक्शन ये है आपकी तरफ बनने आपको फॉलो करने के लिए टाइम लगेगा अभी मैं ये वाला ऑप्शन कर दिया बाद में कुछ मिला हुआ तो आप देख लीजिएगा मैं आपके पास आऊंगा I tell no, 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 this kind of counseling I cannot adjust. Better you change your counselor. You only tell me how to choose my counselor. You suggest me because I don't know anything. You tell me who will suit me. You know my faith and conviction. Like this, it should be naked. It is honest, totally. Then he will be saved. Our head will be saved. Why will not butcher those who are honest? He cannot do. Like honestly, you raise hand. You are already surrendered. No matter how much big criminal you are, the police will never shoot a person who has raised his hand. Even police does not shoot. Why? Why? Raise hand in front of council if you are honest. My dear Lord, I am helpless, very fallen state, no hope. Please, you do something. The Maya will not butcher such a fellow. Be saved. Sir Salamat to Pagadi Hajar. They have head protected, then you can put 1,000 pesos pagadi na. How, how, to, how to protect this? By being honest with our superior and naked in front of them. Naked means you don't have to remove your clothes and go. You wear clothes and tell your inside nakedness to them. So these thoughts are coming to me. What to do? You are thinking that I'm too advanced. Tell this. No, please remove your assumptions. I'm going to tell you the reality. These kinds of thoughts I get. I hope you will not feel disturbed, so I'm telling you. So sometimes he will tell you, no, don't share all the details with me. Okay, don't tell the details, tell the principles. Yeah, it is open discussion we should have. Only we derive nourishment in the religion. Today I'm alive because I'm honest with my superiors. There is a long time I would have left Krishna consciousness. At one point of time, I cried in front of my superiors. Because whom else to share in our life? We don't have anybody else in our life except Krishna and his representatives. So when Krishna sees that you are considering his devotees as your family, then he sees you as his member, his own. Because you are seeing his devotees as your own. That I don't have anybody else in my life. And for Krishna also there is nobody else for you. Krishna is everything for you and Krishna's devotee is everything for you. For Krishna also you are only. Krishna reciprocates. Te yatha mam prapachante. You are putting faith on my representative in your life, I'll keep you. But you don't have faith and trust in my representative. That means you doubt me. You are not having faith on me. Then we become blinded to the reciprocation of Krishna. But we become blinded. समझ रहे ना? हरे कृष्ण. चलो. Okay, bro. Any other question? Please accept the service. Whatever I have spoken, I am saying and genuinely struggling to follow. I seek all of your prayers so that I continue following the same things, whatever I have told, and is like all of Hare Krishna. Prabhupada.